This video is going to talk a little bit about color triad. So traditionally, and I think on most of your sheets of paper, you probably included the primary triad on there. So that's what I'm actually doing on this one, but I do want to show you just some other options of things that you could do. A triad could be that. It could also be a split complement. It's any way that you see three things form a triangle evenly spaced on your color wheel. So yeah, I'm going to be doing this one right here. You could also do the secondary triad, which is orange, green, and then violet. You could also, if you're wanting to do something a little bit different, you could do red, orange, or you could do red. Let's just say red, maybe a little easier to understand. So red, and instead of doing green, which is complement, you can kind of X that green out. And on either side of that green, you could do yellow green and then blue green that goes with the red. You can see there's a little triangle right there. So for instance, too, you could do orange, and instead of doing blue, which is its complement, you could do orange, and you could do the blue violet right there, and then you could do blue green right there that goes with the orange. So any of those, you know, I'm doing what I think most of you guys are going to do. But if you have any questions about those, if you're wondering, you know, or do these colors make a triangle on your work, you can send me a little email. So we are going to be getting started a little bit with this, so you can see how that ends up looking like. So I'm going to start very, very similarly to the way that I did this little layer right here. So I'm going to start with my yellow. Number one, the yellow is the lightest thing that you see between the red and the blue. You wouldn't want to start off with blue. You might get away with the red, but I think the most careful you could be with this whole thing would be to start off with the yellow. So I'm going to make it light here. And I'm going to leave that little highlight the way that it is for right now. Now I'm going to make this just a little bit heavier right here. This little area heavier than what I did before. So this yellow is going to be my base color. All right, so to this, what I plan to do is I'm going to leave this little area. I could make it a little bit heavier if I wanted to, but I'm going to leave this basically yellow right here. The next color that I'm going to end up adding is going to be my red. So what I think would be a good thing for you guys to do is just really, really lightly add it, and this is 1, 2, and your third section right here, and then you're going to end up making it heavier in that fourth section. So I'm just really, really lightly. It's going to end up looking like a red orange. You can always add more of the yellow on top of that. If you wanted to brighten things up, you could add a little bit more red, but that's what I'm going to do for right now. And then I'm going to go right here. I'm going to keep in mind, I'm eventually going to put some of my blue around this edge right here. So I'm making my red relatively heavy right here, but I'm not pressing down as hard as I probably could because I know I've got to put my blue right there. So I can always go back and make things heavier. So it's going to be darker around the edge, and then you let up a little bit. Okay, and then what I'm going to end up doing around the edge right here, and you can see the way that it is here, I'm going to add a bit of my blue right here. What will happen with this blue and with this red, I'm going to more than likely add some red on top of this blue, because the blue, because of all the layers, and especially with the yellow, it ends up almost having like a green tinge to it. And you know, it doesn't look bad because there's green up here, but you might want something a little bit heftier and something that kind of blends a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little bit of red on top of that to make it look a little bit more purple. So I mean, honestly, right here, I am pressing down relatively hard. So I'm adding my red on top of here just to blend the two and also to brighten some things. So I'm, you know, going over here, then I'm coming out here. You can also come out even further. I would stand up too, look at yours from a distance, see if you need to bump up, be it your blue or your red. So I'm gonna do just a little final coat of my blue and blend it a little bit with my red right there. So you're welcome to brighten up this yellow, especially where it transitions, and you can pull some of that if you wanted to into that white highlighted area. It's really up to you guys here. So yeah, we follow the lines, I would say, initially, but you get to the point to where if you need to add something to make it look like it flows or more even or disperses a little bit more naturally, that's what you can do. So anyway, so there's that. I could keep on and on, but there's that result. I'll let you kind of see that a little bit up close, and then this is this result.